Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Shalom. It's the brothers from the city of Annapolis camp. We're going to start out by giving all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Don't all the apostles, others great millstone that teach in the world. Peace, blessings to the whole flesh, person the truth, we can we count. Sincerity, charity, and love, and the spirit of Habashim Shai to the four corners of the earth. Alright? We're just in transit, man. On the way to camp, getting the spirit. We're going to start at Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 1. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
All right, and who is Mount Seir? All right, that's Esau, Edom. All right, the so-called white man. All right, that's who Mount Seir is. All right, and you can find that out in the book of Genesis chapter 36.
Okay.
All right, it said what? Set thy face against Mount Seir. What does that mean? All right, we go out there and we prophesy against his wicked ways, man. All right, we go out there in the highways and byways and the video epistles, and we let him know that he's going to be destroyed, man.
That's right, bro.
We let him know that he's the wicked that the scriptures speak about. All right, we hate his wicked ways. That's what we're doing out there in the highways and byways, man.
All right.
That's what it means to prophesy against Mount Seir. All right, we speak the downfall of his kingdom,
that's
right? Which is Babylon, aka America, man.
Yeah.
All right. Because, hey, believe it or not, hey, the Babylon that's considered tender and delicate is gonna be destroyed, man, by thermonuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
And the concentrated laser beams by the chariots, man. All right. So that's one of our main missions when we out there on the highways and byways is to preach the downfall of this wicked kingdom as well as waking up the hopeful elect. All right, but now right now we're focusing on Esau, man, Mount Seir.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because this devil think he's going to get away with this thing, man. And the Lord has a number for him that he don't even know yet, man. Or if he does know, he's trying to escape it, and he's not going to be able to escape it. All right, it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. It says, until it, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, behold, on Mount Seir I am against thee, and will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate.
All right, yeah. So what does that mean? All right, that, like I was saying earlier, what that means that Esau, Edom, so-called their kingdom, all right, is gonna be destroyed, man.
That's right.
All right, he said he's gonna make it most desolate because Babylon, aka America, is gonna become a place that's gonna be uninhabitable, man.
That's right.
All right. No actual person is going to be able to abide here in Babylon anymore. All right, it's going to be a place it's going to be a dwelling place for the doleful creatures, like the scriptures say. All right, all these major cities you have with these skyscrapers and things like that, they're going to be done away with, man.
That's right.
All right, can you get Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1? Because that scripture goes into the destruction of this place.
So Malachi chapter 4 verse 1?
Shit,
This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 1.
Yep.
It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and the proud, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord.
Yep, and who's the most proud? All right, Esau, Edom. All right, we understand that there's going to be wicked 2/3 that be destroyed in this day, but the scriptures constantly speak about Esau's proud, pompous spirit, man.
God.
All right, and what does it say? All that do wickedly shall be stubble. What does that mean? That means you're going to be done away with and destroyed, man.
All right. Stubble is like when you burn a fire, and it's at the end of that, the little red ashes. It's not fire anymore. It's being kindled out, man. You know? It says, in the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord power of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Yep. Hey, this place is going to be completely flatlined. All right? If you ever seen a heart rate monitor, all right, well, when there's no life in it, what is it? It's going to be flat. It's flat, man. And that's what's gonna happen to this place, man. It's gonna be blown to smithereens. All right, you ain't you ain't gonna be able to tell which state is which anymore. All right, all these like I was going into earlier, these skyscrapers and monuments that they have over here, they're gonna be destroyed. All right, why? Because these are the wicked that the scriptures speak about. Because these are the people that do commit wickedness against the prophets Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, against the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. All right.
Chapter 3 real quick.
Yeah.
It says, and ye shall tread them down, the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet.
Yeah.
And the day that I shall do it, thus saith the Lord of hosts. So the Lord that acts on our feet, man, that means you're gonna be pretty much nothing. All right. Because hey, everything you've done to us, man, the Lord has to repay it back to you, man. All right, we're going to get that. We're going to get our revenge, but it's going to be through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. That's how our revenge is going to happen, you know.
Yeah, that scripture made me think about Ezekiel 25 real quick. It's verse 14.
This book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14. It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom. All right, Edom being so-called white man. It says, by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yep.
So the Lord is going to, he said pretty much, man, Edom, you're going to go down, man. And it said by the hands of his people. Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the elect of the nation of Israel, man. All right, we're going to have the Lord take your ass down, man. All right, we're going to join in. You know, what does the Lord? What the scripture said? The Lord said, "You shall send fishers." All right, and that's what we're doing right now. We're fishing for the hopeful elect, man. All right, but the fishing season is going to be over. The Lord said He's going to send hunters. All right, and it says we shall hunt you from every cliff of the rocks, man. All right. All you so-called rich elites, Edomites, you think you're going to be able to run to your caves and your bunkers, and then your Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to pull your ass right up out of there, man.
God, because like when this the war in Iran was initially popping off, I had started to see a lot of videos about people building bunkers and shit like that. Mm-hmm. I started seeing that a lot, all right, across the internet. Cause Esau, Edom, mainly these Amalekites, the ones with all the money, they think they're gonna be able to hide from their judgment. All right, but like the brother was going into, the Lord has said He's gonna send hunters, man. All right, so y'all ain't gonna be able to. You can't Esau, Edom, you can't run from the judgment of the Lord.
That's right.
All right, what does it say in Amos chapter 1? All right, for roughly paraphrasing.
I for you, brother.
I just stutter like a mother.
Sorry, bro.
I think it's verse 11. Yeah. Amos 1 and 11.
It's Amos chapter 1. Verse 11. It says, thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and his wrath, and he kept his wrath forever.
Yep.
And that's unto this day, man. This dude has kept his wrath, man. All right, he has, pretty much, man. We have been to prey, we have been to prey under this devil, man. But now he's going to become the prey, man. All right.
Yep.
He said,
jumping in, that scripture, it mentioned that he casted off all pity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the brother Kaya always goes into it about how these Edomites, they can't even feel any empathy towards a Jake, man.
Yeah. It's sloppy.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, it's been proven that they don't have the gene, they don't have the genetics to feel empathy towards Israel, man. Mm-hmm. All right, they don't have that on. That's why I always say get over it. It was all this time ago. because they don't have that. They're not built with the empathy gene like us.
Yep.
You know.
And to have, hey, you obviously can't have no type of pity or empathy to do some of the things that you've done to us, man. All right, and here in Indianapolis, we always bring up our camp series that we've been doing for over a year now, the For Thy Violence Against Thy Brother Jacob. Well, we'll go and pick out different stories of the atrocities that you done committed against the nation of Israel, man. And this series, we've been doing it for over a year. We're over 200 videos, man. And we continue to find things that Esau tries to hide, man. Yep. All right, and some of the shit that he was doing, there was one story where he had Jake in a hole. They had like 8 or 9 Jakes, Israelites, in a hole with in a ditch in the ground, and buried in the ground, and the hole that they had to breathe out of was smaller than a quarter, man. So essentially, he slowly, they all died by asphyxiation, man. Yeah. All right, they slowly died because they ran out of air, man. They put a hole the size of a quarter in, where they buried him at, man, and killed him, man, slowly. All right, that's just an example of some of the shit that you've done to the nation of Israel. So of course the Lord is not gonna turn away that punishment, man. That's right. All right, because you got to understand that, hey, the nation of Israel is a special people unto the Lord, man. So if just imagine, hey, and I'm talking to Esau Edom right now. Just imagine your kid. All right, somebody done did something to your kid. You'd be pissed off, man. All right, so the Lord has the right to be angry and pissed off at you, man, because you did the things that you did to the Lord's people without no pity. All right, so obviously he's not gonna turn away that anger and that punishment. You got to deal with what's coming to you, man. All right.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. So, like I said, man, they think it's just supposed to all just vanish away, man. No, the Lord not gonna let it just get away the way that you thought it was. All right. Mm-hmm. This not the end of the sequel, as they say, you know, in the movies or whatever, man. This not over for us, man.
God.
We was what, 33, wasn't we?
Ezekiel or 35?
It says it's Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse. I'm gonna jump to verse 5.
God.
It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword. All right, in the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity, had an end. All right, and that's how you done it. You killed us like this brother witness, man. Even though they didn't use actual sword, that quarter that's a death sentence, man. That's a cruel way, man, to go. Like the scripture says, either the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel, man. All right, that is a cruel way to kill somebody, man. It says, therefore, as I live, said Yahweh Shema Shai, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, because thou hast not paid the blood shall pursue thee, man. So, and we know that this dude is a bloodthirsty animal, man. All right,
he's like a shark.
Yeah, he smells blood. Even you know, he started with us, and then he conquered everything, man. You know, he conquered everything. Even now, they're going around drone killing 10,000 people at a time. They just, man, they're the arbiters of death, man. You know, the Lord gave them that power, man. It says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it that passes out of him, that passes out, and that returneth. All right. It says, this is my favorite part right here. I will fill his mountains and his slain men in thy hills, and in thy valleys, and in thy rivers shall fall that are slain with the sword. All right, so there's going to be massive death going on, man. You know, that's what this Ezekiel is going to. The Lord is coming back for the big payback, man, for Israel, man, for his people, the apple of his eye, man. All right, his royal priesthood. All right, who you have destroyed, who you have humiliated, all right, who you have made nothing in the earth, man. The Lord has come back to rise us up to rule over everything, you know. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying to the body. And with that, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double all us, our apostle, has been most on the teaching of the will. Peace, best safety, and hopefully pushes the truth. We keep, we count. The sincerity, charity, love, and the spirit of Yahweh. Shout out to the folks on the earth. With that, I want to say shalom.